Hi, thank you so much for joining and tuning in to the Kalila Connection. Thank you for those who have already subscribed. And those of you who haven't, I ask that you hit the like button and you subscribe. And I look forward to you all coming on and taking this journey with me. Feel free to leave me questions or comments in the comment section. I do read the comments and I will respond. And I like responding, and I want to know your thoughts. I want to hear what you got to say. So make sure you do that. I definitely want to start off this conversation with asking, how are you doing? How is your week? How's life treating you? I want to know. Leave me some comments. What questions do you have? Today, this is going to be a short video. It's probably not going to be too long. I just wanted to talk to you again. This is from the debt management space and managing your finances. This is about you taking control over managing your finances and eliminating your debt. One of the things that I wanted to talk about is a settlement, the option to settle on the account. Again, I got 21 years background in banking, credit card. I've done multiple roles. I worked in fraud. I did marketing. I did late stage. I was a late stage collector for a while. What else did I do? I did so much training. OJT, coaching manager. I did a lot. So I'm really well seasoned in bank. I'll tell you honestly, collections was one of my most favorite things to do, only because I'm a natural helper. I really like to help people. And collections was very fulfilling for me because I love being that light at the end of the tunnel. And most of the time with collections, I'll tell you honestly, either the person's going to curse you out. They're either not going to answer the phone, or if they pick the phone up, they're going to curse you out and say what they have to say, and they're going to hang up. So that's what made collections to me lovely. But I always enjoyed breaking through that barrier of getting them past that initial whole picking up the phone and let's have a conversation. Most of the times what I found out is that the customer honestly was just really embarrassed about their situation. They were stuck. They didn't know what to do. They didn't know where to turn. They just didn't know what to do. So a lot of times they acted out of anger. So they were cursing you out. It's really because they was embarrassed and they were frustrated. And they didn't know what to do. So I was a very successful collector. For one, I have a great deal of patience. I'm the type of person that has a tendency to like look at a person's heart, no matter what they're saying out of their mouth. You hear what they're saying, but you're taking in several factors. You're taking in their tone. You're listening to what they're saying their situation is. I've already looked over the account and pretty much gained an idea of what was actually going on. I might not know like what was causing it, but I saw where they were at. So automatically I'm calling as a solution to their problem, but I have to hear like what's going on in your life, because I still have guidelines that I have to go by to be able to offer you a plan. But anyway, so the reason I like collections, because it was basically, you were the light for me. I was the light at the end of the tunnel, and breaking through that barrier with a customer. Well, I would build that rapport with the customer, and I would gain their trust, and they would let their guard down and their wall down, and they would begin to talk to me. And they would begin to tell me what was really going on in their life. And I used to have to sit down. We used to have to do a budget plan, and within reason, within the parameters that the bank would allow me to do, I would waive a generous amount of fees for them. I wouldn't break the bank, because come on, you want to be sensible. What I would do within what was allotted, but it was fair. It was, for me, I've always come to the table. It wasn't about what I could gain. It was really about helping the customer and staying within the guidelines that my company offered me. But I know, I was so good that my site leader, I could get an approval as soon as I send the email. Boom, you would think the email bounced back, because it'd come back so quick. Approve, and I always could get 0% for 60 months, because my customers, I would bring them out of debt, because I'm not just getting one payment. They love for you to get 3, but I would always go 6 months, especially if I'm waiving this hefty amount of fees for you. It wouldn't be a whole lot, but it was hefty, especially way back then. $300, $350 taken off of your account, and you already in debt, and you ain't paid us in months, and I'm removing $350 off your account. But I'm also making sure I'm securing the debt, I'm mitigating losses, and the company is getting their money, because this ain't no. And I'm doing a fair payment based on the budget plan that we gave and the amount of money. And we went through the budget plan, and I showed you where you could cut in your finances. And most customers' grocery bill is always the most easiest thing and the first thing where you can slash money and pull money that you have extra money sent somewhere. So what I was saying was, okay, we create this budget, and I would put them on their payment that they would have to pay back would still be a decent amount, but I would make sure that they could afford it, and I would set up auto pay for those 6 months. So we rolling them up out of there all the way. So all it takes was 3 months to roll it back to become current, but I'm doing 6 months to secure to put you. So I'm giving you a half a year. So I'm helping you also discipline yourself and discipline your life and get used to making these payments. And not only that, these customers are leaving feeling blessed, because they're like, who's giving them $350 and $400 and something off their account at the time, and you ain't paid in months? So that will make a person more related, like, oh my God, this person is really trying to help me. Now, if you're in collections today, I would say, hey, you got to find your own rhythm. You got to find what worked for you. You got to stay within your company guidelines, and you got to have a rapport and your reputation. I had a reputation. So I had a reputation for getting the job done. So my boss and them, they didn't mind, and site leads, my boss's boss, they didn't mind giving me the approvals because I could get the job done. So, but to get the job done, and that's a whole nother conversation we'll talk about. You got to be able to connect with the customer. So you got to be able to have that connection, and you got to be able to get down in the trenches with them and understand their needs. But I wanted to talk to you just really quick. It won't take long. It was about a settlement. So with settlements, basically most accounts do have to be delinquent in order to settle on the account. So really this is all about, again, you taking control over your own financial situations and eliminating your debt. And the biggest thing here is calling, being proactive. Call. Do not wait. So many customers call after your account is so many months behind. You got all these fees, and we're like, why didn't you call up front? We could have helped you. You never can assume, but we could have. It's better to call sooner rather than later. But once you get, one second, my throat. Hey, I'm back. Yeah, my throat. Woo, child, it was doing something. I don't know what it was doing. But anyway, so yeah. Don't wait. Call sooner rather than later. Don't wait. And not even if you want to settle, but anything, any type of financial change in your life. Call and talk to the credit card company and see if there's anything that we can do. But yeah, so to settle, I'm sleepy, y'all. To settle, yeah, you would need to call and have a conversation. There's no guarantee. Most of the time, have your money ready, because if they settle, it might not be a long-term plan. You're not going to get no year to pay a settlement off. The most you might get, they may give you 3 months. I don't even see a company giving you 6. Most of the time, I think we could do 3 or 4 months. Because we agreed to settle, that's a binding agreement. So we got to collect on that money fast, because we've agreed for you to pay it. We agreed on a dollar amount and for you to pay it within a certain amount of time. So make sure you have your coins if you want to settle. So yeah, I just wanted to make sure I finished the settlement part. We'll talk more, and we'll talk later. Again, have a blessed week. I hope your week has gone well, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Take care. Bye. Thanks for joining the Kalila Connection.